Guys, the internet is hot right now as video clips of Nollywood actress Moyo Lawal are going round. Now, funny enough, people are sharing this video everywhere. Now, guys, in a way, I feel for this actress, but in another way, I feel like she was actually very careless. Now, this is not the first time such a thing will be happening. We've heard of video clips of popular celebrities being leaked. And to think that somebody would actually keep quiet, you will sit there and allow yourself to be videoed during a very private act, just shows how careless you can be. Now, Moyo Lawal has actually come out to say her own side of the story, telling us that the guy in question in the video is her ex-fiance and they were planning to get married, but we are hearing other sides of the story. Now, news going around is that this guy's name is Olasukomi Saeed and he's based in Atlanta, USA. Now, guys, we're also saying that he cannot be her fiancé because this guy is actually allegedly married and he has two kids, okay, a boy and a girl. Now, to have another twist to this story is that this guy actually this is not the first time this guy will be doing such. Now, news going around is that this guy allegedly has two more clips of two other celebrities yet to be released. So the dangerous thing about this guy is that he actually gets the consent of these ladies before filming him. So you cannot actually hold him and say he he videoed you without your consent. Now these ladies are there, their videos are with this guy, and for any reason or the other, he can decide to release the video into the public. If you've seen the clip of this lady of Moyo Lawal, then you will know that everyone should actually be careful at every single time. You know, we Nigerians, we have this mentality that we are larger than life. You know, it cannot happen to us. We see it happening to others and we believe that we are untouchable. But if you have actually watched this Moyo's clip, if you've watched Tiwa Savage's clip, as well as any other person, even if the person is not a celebrity, here are 5 lessons you should learn from this episode. Now, the very first one is the fact that people are not always who they say they are. So somebody might come to you now presenting himself or herself as a saint, but you don't know who this person is. What if your relationship goes south tomorrow? What if things don't work out? Your tape is still with this person. He might decide to spite you now by releasing this tape to on the internet. What happened? What will you do? You can only cry. You can threaten to sue him, but if he also has clout, if he has a very long leg, the case will die down. This is Nigeria, where things go, anything goes. Now, another lesson to learn is the fact that this tape can fall into the wrong hands. Okay, so you and your partner decide to shoot yourselves during a very private moment that should be kept between the two of you, and then for some reason or the other you shoot it, you say you want to watch it later during your leisure time. Now, you remember that anything can happen. Your partner could leave his phone carelessly and somebody else could get access to this tape. Or even if he doesn't, even if he's a very security conscious, what if the phone crashes today and he needs to take it for repairs? If the repair guy actually gets access to the phone, that is it for you. He instantly saves it somewhere, and he could, if you're a very popular person like a celebrity, he could decide to release it, you know, to the public, or even blackmail you for that. So that is another lesson we should also have in mind, that these tapes could fall into the wrong hands. And there's also the fact that some people actually release these tapes themselves. Now, we've heard of people who decide to shoot themselves and then they release it. We know Kim Kardashian did this, and this was what actually brought her into the limelight. Now, people were actually amazed. They were impressed by the fact that somebody could actually be so daring as to release her own very private moment. And today, she is a celebrity. However, that is the US. In Nigeria, it is a different ball game. In Nigeria, we are very conservative. You know, we don't, even if we do such things, we tend to keep them very private. Nobody wants to see such private moments, and even if they see it, they don't see you in a good light anymore. So while releasing your private tape might make you popular in the US, in Nigeria it is actually the opposite. Releasing your private tape will actually do a lot of damage to you as a person and to your brand. Now, guys, the fourth lesson to learn from Moyo Lawal's leaked tape is that having such a private tape will cost you a lot. Now, guys, if you see Moyo Lawal, she has actually come out to react to her viral video. Now, she's trying to paint this impression that she doesn't care, it doesn't really affect her in any way. And she even made a post where she said that one single tape cannot ruin her. But guys, all this one is just bobo. We all know that this kind of tape has done a lot of damage to her brand. She's a celebrity, she's a brand. Now imagine having that kind of tape. Do you think any reputable brand would want to use her as an ambassador? Of course, obviously not. She would only get, if she gets an ambassadorship deal at all, it will be something related to sexual consent, product, not a very good brand. Okay, so this has actually done a lot of damage to her brand, which she may not want to accept now, probably maybe because she's still in denial, because to have that kind of this enormous tape, this enormous part of your life exposed, you will obviously go into denial. But there's another fact that it also cost you your relationship. Now most people might feel like you're not a decent person and they will want to stay away from you. And even if you're not a celebrity, it will cost you good relationships as well, because most decent guys might not really want to come close to you when you have such a tape in public. Now imagine a man carrying you to go and meet his mom when you have such a tape in public. Obviously, it is not going to work. So these are the three things that you will lose when you have your sex tape in public. Now, number 5 lesson is the fact that your reputation is ruined forever. Now, guys, let's take Tiwa Savage's case. Now, when her tape came out, initially she came out denying it was not her. Then, when it was obvious that she couldn't deny it anymore, she went around trying to do damage control, trying to make it seem like somebody released her tape, which might be true. But the fact remains that it affected her brand seriously. A lot of brands dropped her. They had to drop her because she wasn't really a good representation of their product or service anymore. So they dropped her really hot. Now it took her a very long time. If you notice, she had to go very low for a year or two, because no, I don't think any reputable brand wanted to associate with her. Even fellow musicians didn't want to collaborate with her. Now she's only recently coming out, okay, to release new songs, and she's actually collaborating with other artists. But if you notice that this has actually set her back a lot. Now, during this time that she went low, a lot of other new artists came up in her place. You know, this is one lady that was actually the queen in her field. She was actually the queen of Afrobeats during her time. But now we now have the likes of Thames and Ira Star contesting that position with her. So she's actually trying to come out, but not to mean that a lot of damage has been done. And while she can actually recover some things, though, there are some aspects that she will never be able to recover. So these are 5 lessons we should always have in mind when we agree to such a tape being done. Because guys, I can't even fathom it. Like, why would you even agree to yourself being videoed? You know, even if it's a husband. Couples part ways every day. A husband might come up tomorrow and say he wants to get a divorce, or even you could decide that you don't want the marriage anymore, you want to get divorced. If that tape is there, this person could decide to use it to spite you, especially if the divorce is not ending amicably. So we should always have these things at the back of our minds. You know, when the love is there, we should always love, not just with our hearts, but let's carry our heads as well when we are loving. Not just allow our hearts to be leading us to make very foolish decisions like this. Now, guys, this Olasukomi guy with his Gorimakpa hair, then, if it's true that he actually released this video, then I hope that he actually gets punished for his crime, because there is nowhere on earth where treating anyone like this is right. So, Moyo Lawal, as well as any other person involved, should come out to take legal actions against whoever leaked her tape. Okay, so guys, that's all we have on the Moyo Lawal leaked tape saga. Obviously, we'll keep you updated as more information about this issue keep unfolding. Now, if you'd like to get to know more about this issue as well as other information about your favorite celebrities, please subscribe to this channel, guys, and turn on your notification icon. Guys, please take a minute to like this video, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.